Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming back my good friend Jan Gan Boyd, who you may remember I've had on the show before. I'm having her back on the show today. I think she can finally talk about those movies that she talked about last time on the show today, and that's going to be pretty cool. Jan's a lot of fun. Very open-minded, a lot of fun. And I want to say that this is a very sad month for horror. We've lost 3 legends in the last 2 weeks. First, we lost John Carl Buechler, who I mentioned last week on the show. Then we lost the man who made me want to write horror comedy, Larry Cohen, the man who made that immortal classic that I love so much, The Stuff. And he also made It's Alive and God Told Me To and special effects and also blaxploitation movies like Hell Up in Harlem and Black Caesar. And it's really sad that he's passed. Got to meet him almost 18 months ago at Monsterpalooza, in which I got to get one of his last stuff cups that he was selling before he passed. And I was very lucky to do that. So rest in peace, Larry Cohen. And then we just lost Joe Pilato, the star of Day of the Dead. And as you know, I've had a couple people from that movie on this podcast. And he died suddenly. Right when I was about to reach out to him for an interview, I found out that he passed away. And it was really, really sad. And so I'll never get to meet him as well. So rest in peace, Joe Pilato. So, So today in the hailstorm of writing here, I am just amazed at how the hailstorm is coming down. But anyways, you don't want to hear about that. So here is my new interview with Jan Gan Boyd. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing really well.
Awesome.
Happy.
Awesome.
Are we on yet, or?
Of course we are.
Oh, pardon me. Take 2. Restart. No, I'm kidding. If I could turn back time. No.
That's awesome, the way you did that.
How are you? So how are you doing? How's your podcast going?
I could not be more blessed, I'll tell you. I'm going to be in LA for a week, in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go to the horror convention, Monsterpalooza, out there. And,
oh, great.
And then in May, I'm going to be filming my own self-financed horror movie show, where I'm the horror host.
Oh, that's awesome. I should connect you with my new manager, because he's filming a horror film right now.
Well,
I'm not much of a scream queen. I mean, unless I'm really pissed off, like I did today. I got so pissed off at this woman, and I'm not very gangster. I'm like really sweet. Like it takes a lot to piss me off, right?
Right.
And this lady was like, parked in our driveway, and I'm like, you're in the wrong spot, because I live in like this complex, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been great if she was nice and kind of moved her car and everything. And then she's going, well, you can wait. And we're like, no. We're ready to park our car. Just pull out. So she pulls out, pulls away, but still blocks our car, like backs up so like she's behind our car, right?
Right.
And like, this isn't a delivery area. She goes, I'm here for Grubhub. And I'm all, okay, well, maybe you are, but, this is like, people live here, and you can't just park. And then she's like, whatever I do is none of your business. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. I dominate over you. So don't even, I know some action moves that I can totally take care of myself, right? But I didn't say that. But then she put up her hand, and and it's like talk to the hands because the ears aren't listening type of like 1980s talk, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, you don't, bitch. You back off. And like, I'm like, I know this sounds really bad, but I'm like, you effing hag. I call her a hag. And I'm like, you need to have an understanding of how to relate to people,
Yeah.
And she was just so obstinate and so rude that I just started laying in. And I'm the kind that, like, I'm usually calm and, like, I understand you must be having a bad day, maybe a bad life. You look like you have a bad life. I mean, she was just really a mess.
Yeah.
But, don't be throwing attitude when you think you're all that and you're not,
Oh, I hate that in people. I really do. They're fucking twats is what they are.
Oh, they are. And the thing is, like, you could freaking park your car, like, right outside, where there's public parking and walk. But you look like you never walk.
Yeah.
I mean, she really looks like she's never exercised in her life. And people don't sometimes, and that's okay. And I'm not a snob. I'm not a racist. I'm not a snob. I'm a really loving person.
Yes, you are.
There are times you rubbed me the wrong way at the wrong time, and I just went off, and I was seriously looking at her like, perhaps your mom should have had an abortion.
That's so fucking wrong. I love it.
That's the meanest thing you could possibly say to a person. It was so mean. And after, I was shaking. I was so mad. And I am like, probably if you met me on the street, I am literally the sweetest person you've ever met.
Yes, you are.
Like, had she been like, oh, I'm so sorry, here, I will just move my car, can I move it over here, or,
Mm-hmm.
But no, she was just ridiculously rude.
Oh, my God.
And so I just went, oh, no, you don't. I've worked with enough people that know how to talk some shit.
Yeah.
So I was Splat, and then I left, and I was all, still jacked up from it. And I was telling my son that, and he's all, how do you feel? And I'm all, I feel really good. It's like pent-up anger for the last, 30 years,
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thank God I don't carry a gun. But I could use my kung fu fist.
That's true. That's true.
Literally, I was gonna smack her vocal cords so fast you wouldn't know what hit her. But there's a camera in our garage, so that probably wouldn't go over well.
Yeah.
They have a way to slow the film down and like, oh, she just punched her in the vocal cords.
Yeah.
She just crushed her nerves.
Yeah.
Not good, not good. So I guess somebody has to be the apologize to, just people around me. I don't know. No, I'm unapologetic.
Well,
and
guess.
then I think of all these things I could have said, like, get out the way. But no, didn't say that. Don't you hate it when you're in a situation and you think of, oh man, this would have crushed her had I thought of it at the time. That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's always like, 4 minutes after, and they already are gone, and you're like, oh, man, that would have been a good
Yeah, because it pisses you off so much you can't get clever right in the moment, you know?
Exactly. I mean, the most clever I can is just being mean. I was mean. And it's so foreign to me. But, man, I got in a groove of meanness. And I was like, all right. Because I'm pretty, mellow. Things don't really enrage me. And I rarely get mad. Because I think, it doesn't help anything. It just makes me feel bad, if I get mad. And I can't change the past. I can't change the situation. I can only, fix it, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't sweat the little things, that little, cliche saying. But there are times when, you caught me at a bad time. I will cut you, bitch. But, I didn't cut her.
Did you give up anything for Lent?
I probably should give up anger.
Guess what I gave up?
I'm very extremely spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to Lent, I will maybe go, okay, I won't eat. And then, 4 days later, I'm having chocolate. I'm so bad.
My friend
weak willpower.
My friend bet me that I couldn't give up sex for Lent, and I'm halfway there.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, it's been tough, but I'm doing it.
And pretty much everybody wants to stay away from you because it's like quitting smoking.
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you. That's not a bad thing to give up. There's other things you could give up. I mean, you could give up unsafe sex. That would be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But
yeah.
But I got.
I mean, are you going to become a priest? I don't think so.
Oh, hell no. No way.
I know, exactly. And if you're going to give up sex, you might as well give up alcohol. Because
I don't drink.
One leads to another, and then...
No, I don't drink. I don't drink.
I don't drink either, but, the next thing you know, you end up at a bar, you bring the person home, and then you see them in the morning light, and you go, oh, shit! I see all these women I know that pick up men at bars, and they're I could see in a dark bar, they look pretty hot,
Yeah.
They have a good body, sculpted, it's plastic surgery. But, in the daytime, when the light hits their face, they're like, oh, crap! And they'll talk about all these guys they hook up with. I'm like, oh my God, you just scarred that poor guy for life. See, I'm in a mean mood right now, so ask me anything and I'll tell you how mean I can be.
Well, I got sex stories for you.
Okay.
Oh my God. So on Halloween, right, I got laid for the first time in a couple of years since my car accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was a neighbor. She came over. She came by the house the week before because she wanted to give my mom a bouquet of flowers because I guess my mom had met her briefly or something. And so then she came back on Halloween, and I was not expecting her at all. And next thing you know, one thing led to another. We had sex. It was amazing. And then the next morning, I wake up to her giving me a blowjob, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after she was done, she went to the bathroom, and I decided to text her something funny. And so just picture this. She's on the toilet, and she gets a text message that says #MeToo, and she fell off the toilet laughing hysterically.
Oh, how cute. That's kind of funny.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was.
But,
I thought it was pretty damn funny.
I got a funny one. So I know this guy who met a girl who flew into town, right? To, just pretty much get with him. And she gets up kind of in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And you know how, like, bathrooms aren't always quiet, and you can hear everything they're doing. And he knew she was full on taking a dump, right?
Yeah.
Me just nothing. And so she's done. She flushes, and she gets out of the bathroom to go back to bed and never washed her hands, right?
Right.
So he's like, oh, hell no. And she's going to play around. He's all, no, I'm pretty tired. And then the next morning he's like, oh my God, I forgot about something. I have to take you to the airport. And I think, oh my God. I mean, that's like bad.
That reminds me of this time.
It's one of those things where, like, if you're kind of a clean freak or you're, or just basically have, human sanitation thoughts. I think that's that word. I've never. But,
Yeah,
you're a pretty clean person and you're like, oh no, please don't run your hands through my hair because I know what you just did. That's so funny.
Yeah, that reminds me of this one time years ago. I was visiting my friend who was a bartender. She was at the bar working and stuff, right? I remember I kissed her hand before I left, and her hand was completely clean. It was a little wet because she was handling the dishes, the glasses, what have you. Mm-hmm. But oh my God, she had this stinky smell on her hand, like she forgot to wash her hands after using the bathroom. It was disgusting.
Oh, and you kissed it?
Yeah.
and then like a week later you found out you had tapeworm or something?
No, nothing like that.
All of them have like pinworms. I mean, isn't it funny though how you could like your mind can go to like bad places? Because whenever I get mad, I don't usually have anger. I usually have sadness. Mm-hmm. I'll flip the anger toward myself, right?
Right.
And so I would be like, oh my God, that was just so embarrassing for that person. Okay, I guess I'm also codependent, but I'm like, that poor person, I just don't ever want to be around them because they smell like they've never wiped their butt in, like forever. And I know that's so mean, but I am like the opposite. I mean, I basically boil myself in hot water every morning to be super sanitary.
Oh my God.
But it's a preservative, so I suggest all of you listening out there, boil yourself in water. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, I was like thinking of all these people that are, like the lady today, like, maybe she has a child. I don't know. She wasn't young, But I was thinking, why do you want to keep your gene pool going? Because it's not a good one. Like, maybe you're the kind that should adopt. You're not nice. You're not funny. You're not pretty. You're not, and I'm not saying that only beautiful people should have children. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's nothing in your gene pool, not even intelligence, that can make that for you. God, I'm being so mean. Maybe you need to, like, go, I'm sorry, I'm taking this podcast down. That's a total bitch. But I'm not, you know, me saying the F word is really, really rare. Because I don't swear, because I rarely get mad. Even if I bash my finger in the door, I'm all, oh my God, for Pete's sake. You know, I do the old-fashioned things like, Jiminy Cricket. Or, like, when I'm excited, I go, hot dog. And I'm like, who said that? Like, was I born in the 1940s? What the hell? But I always use, like, sayings from, like, nobody understands why you say it anymore. And, you know, I'm first generation Chinese, so it's probably that.
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
I grew up with those things. Plus, my mom never said the sayings right, so I do get them a little bit off, you know.
Yeah.
I can't think of it right now, but I'll always say them where I think the saying is, put the horse before the carrot or something. I don't know. I'll just get something totally wrong.
I don't know. But so I have another story. On Valentine's Day, I had a threesome with a married couple that lived next door to me.
Oh, did you feel kind of awkward after that?
Oh, no.
Awkward.
No, I've had plenty of these, but this one was really intense.
Was it a married couple of, like, two lesbians and then you?
No, it was a man and a woman.
So was it awkward for you to be with the man and then the woman?
Oh, no, I've had plenty of these before, but this was the first time in a while that I had one.
Oh, I'm pretty naive about that kind of stuff because, like, I met my ex-husband at 19. I didn't date a whole lot. You know, I had one boyfriend pretty much in high school, you know, my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to college and then pretty much met my boyfriend. And then, who ended up my husband for like 30 years or whatever. And then I was like, we divorced, and like, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at, like, I'm so awkward. You know, like, I really, it's good on the phone, and I'm good on the phone because you don't need anybody, but when I meet somebody, I'm like, oh, crap, what do I say? All of a sudden, my mind goes blank.
Yeah.
You know, I can't think of anything interesting to say. So they're like, well, she's pretty cute, but what an idiot. But I'm not. I'm actually quite clever and eloquent. I did go to college. I do have an IQ higher than 80.
Did you do...
But I go in there like, yeah, I like vanilla ice cream. What? So, I have a great one here, but...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm first generation Chinese. And then we just found out I'm pure Chinese. And I'm like, damn it, I was hoping I had, like, at least 10% Japanese because I absolutely adore the Japanese culture.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm 100% Chinese, but I just pretend I'm Japanese sometimes because I like it. Anyway, so my mom has a really strong accent.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and, I don't know if you know this, but Chinese people are pretty racist from China,
Mm-hmm.
and they call, like, white people, there are all these names for them, like, like rice buckets, which mean like you're kind of work with, or they're barbarians, they're cavemen with all this hair. I mean, we have all these names. They're like the most, I think, barbarian ghost, I think, is the most, thing like for a white person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a black person, it's so sad because I'm more evolved than my parents,
Mm-hmm.
And Seal guy is the name for a lot of black people, and it means soy sauce chicken. And I'm like, Mom, at what point do you think that's not derogatory?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, Mom, this is awkward. So anyway, and then of course she always goes, some of my best friends are black. That kind of old thing. And I go, yeah, Mom, who? And, she can, the guy on TV. He's a friend, Mom. You shouldn't watch his show every day,
Right.
That kind of thing. So anyway, she goes, I don't like the white. And I go, what? She goes, I don't like the white. And I go, why? And she goes, they have all this hair. Like, hair all over. And she goes, and they take all your money. And I go, why would they take all your money, Mom? Yeah, they do. They take all your money. Well, my mom divorced my dad, and she married a white man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go, Mom, you married a white man. She goes, I know. That's why I sleep with my eyes open.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm not. I'm married. No, Mom, I know you're so, unusual.
That's pretty good.
Oh, my God, Mother. I love mine. But,
Yeah.
now that she's much older, she's so mellow and loving and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
So can you... Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
I was curious. Can you talk about those new movies you made?
I can kind of talk about them. One is kind of a docudrama.
Mm-hmm.
One is a karate movie. And the third one is kind of a documentary about a chorus line, which is coming out. It's been like 40 years later pretty soon. So they're trying to do this interview and re-release it. And then they might re-release Assassination with all these interviews in it. And then I have a movie with, it's supposed to be with, well, it's with Jason Strathman and Vin Diesel, but we got a scheduling problem with the two guys. I started the pre-production work. And then, we were supposed to film, I don't know if you knew this, but in Illinois and Chicago, no, Illinois and Georgia, if they don't charge you taxes for filming there like they do in California.
Huh.
So a lot of production companies are going there to film because New York and California is like ridiculously expensive to film.
Right.
So a lot of people are filming in Mexico and Europe and, Taiwan or basically everything is free there compared to American money,
Yeah.
But, and then, the storm hit. And we couldn't get out there. We couldn't, they couldn't film, and they got us back, so they had to change that. And we had already set up everything. And signed a 3-film thing with this one company. Have
Mm-hmm.
you seen shows where they have a Georgia peach? It's a Georgia company. It films in Georgia, but there's a peach, a giant peach.
No, I don't think so.
Production, huh?
I don't think I have, no.
If you look, you'll probably see this big peach. It does a lot of television, so it's all over. It's a big company. And then they have another Illinois company that has, it's called F, and then the I and L are huge, and then the M. That's another company.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's supposed to be wrong, but he's with Disney, and he is like real solid, except for a week or two here and there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really hard to try to schedule everybody when they're available. And I have no life, so I'm like, hey, call me anytime. But it is, there's some scripts. And another one I was in the middle of filming is like it's almost like an 80s, early 90s kung fu, like, cheesy kind of, you know, a martial arts movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny. I mean, it's kind of funny. And the one thing I hate about that is I play the mom. And you know what is so freaking hard is in your mind, because I know all of us, in our mind, we think we're at least 10 or 20 younger than we really are. You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can run a marathon, and next thing you know, after like a mile or two, you're like, okay, my sciatic nerve hurts, and I can barely walk. I think my knees gave out, you know what I mean? And you're like, no, I just came out, you know. And so, I have been training, my sister's husband owns a dojo, and he's a master in Kung Fu, Shaolin Kung Fu. My grandfather was a Shaolin priest. My family is with Bruce Lee, and then worked with a guy in Enter the Dragon, the dark-haired guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Timac.
No. What's his name?
Mako.
No, he's a white guy. Enter the Dragon. There's a black guy and a white guy as a friend.
I thought you were talking about The Last Dragon. I'm sorry. John Saxon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would see him at my house all the time.
Oh.
Because my grandfather was a Shaolin priest, and then he left Shaolin, came to America, met my grandmother, left China, went to America, married my grandma, took her back to China, and then they came back. Then they had their kids, they came back. Okay, so, you know, I'm first generation. And he was so freaking awesome. Like, he would sit, and of course, you know, I'm like 2 feet tall as a little girl, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So he would sit on the ground in your legs out, crossed, kind of outward, kind of like meditation kind of sit. And he would light a candle at the top of this huge dresser. I'm talking a dresser that's not like 4 doors. There might be 5 or 6 doors, you know. So it was pretty damn big. He would light the candle, and somehow he would go from the sitting on the floor, jumping up and kicking out the candle, and then sitting back down. And we were like, you know, like getting so excited for his like Shaolin tricks. And so he taught my uncle. And so none of them are like, you know, in the original, they don't give you like a yellow belt, and an orange, and a green, and a blue, and a, you know, they don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They give you good. And I remember meeting Bruce Lee at a young age, and I remember meeting John Saxton as a little girl, but pretty much going, yeah, who are these old guys? You know,
Yeah.
So later on, I auditioned for a movie with Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren before Brandon died.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember meeting Dolph Lundgren and going, oh my God, I thought you'd be a lot bigger than you are. But he's only like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
And well, so there's Stallone is like 5'5", 5'6". So compared to Sylvester Stallone, he looks like a giant. But when I went in there, I was like, are you shrinking? Are you getting old and shrinking? No, I didn't say that. But I thought, interesting. You don't look as big as I thought. I thought you'd be like 6'8", you know? I mean, in my mind. And he's not. He's like not a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's fun about acting. You meet people and you go, wow, you're really not as attractive as I see one.
Oh, you're so mean.
I'm being mean. I'm telling you. Maybe this is a bad podcast. You might want to erase it.
No.
I am like in this feisty mood today after meeting that lady. I was cool all day, but then by the time I met her, I'm just like, oh no, I'm not happy with it. You know? And I will put up with a lot before I will say anything. Like, a lot. But today, she worked on that last good nerve. And I was like, okay, you know, good thing I don't have a gun. Good thing I don't have a sai or nunchucks, because I would be taking your life out. And maybe she did kick my ass, but she was in the car. I was standing out, and I looked kind of like a badass standing there. Only, even though I'm as tall as, you know, not even as tall as the car, I knew I could take her.
What color are your toenails painted?
My toenails?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a sparkly pink sand color. You know why?
Why?
They look super clean, and I live near the beach, so when I walk on the beach, my nails look like pearls.
Ooh, I want to see that color.
Yeah. I'm such a girly girl. So anyway.
Well, I have.
So literally, I'm a girly girl. I like, if I'm going to the gym to work out really hard,
Mm-hmm.
I wear makeup. Because I'm like, well, what if, you know, someone I run into, I don't want to look like, you know, I don't wear any makeup. People are going, are you okay? Are you depressed? You know I'm depressed if I was wet and no makeup. Oh yeah, something's going on with her. Tell me about yourself. Are your nails painted?
No, they're not, but I've been painting them since I was 13.
Like what color?
I love like pink, purple, red, white French tip with sparkles, my favorite.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yep.
I knew a little boy who liked to paint his toenails. And I always thought, unique. I mean, of course, I'm gay friendly. So there's no way that I would ever go shoes. Like, I couldn't care less. But I thought, that's really neat because even though our lifestyle and our tolerance of other cultures and people and lifestyle is far and beyond better than 15, 20 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still such a stigma with that, and lately in these few years, people are worse because, it kind of, suddenly the hate people have taken over. Oh no, I shouldn't say that because I was pretty, in that girl's face today. But.
Oh no, I hear it all the time on here.
What?
Oh, I hear it all the time about politics on here, and I'm not a political person at all.
I'm not really, except when it comes to human rights. Then I'll have such an opinion. But I don't normally talk about it because that's what I found. I had a friend that's anti-abortion, and there's nothing wrong with the way she feels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pro-choice. And we had this argument that was like, she was donating to this, I forgot, Operation Orange or something like that, where it was to pay for killing doctors and people who were getting abortions. And I thought, dude, I know you're religious, but that's kind of against what God kind of says. Like, thou shalt not kill, maybe? I think is one of them. But that was her belief, and there was no possible way, no matter how much information and real information I gave her, she would never change her mind.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, so that's what I learned when you're in a losing or a battle that's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of go, okay, so how about them bears?
Yeah.
Change the subject. Hey, the Chargers are doing better this year, like, completely change the subject. Oh well, part of life. Anyway, how's your health doing?
It's good. I mean, I have a bad back right now. I think I pulled a muscle in my back last week. It's starting to get better, but this is the longest it's ever taken because I pull muscles in my back quite frequently. But
lift with your legs. You know how everyone says it? Well, you need to learn to lift with your legs. And I go, well, F that, because if I knew that at the time, I wouldn't have hurt my back. But it's something we never remember when we're like, oh yeah, let me pick this up. Oh God, hurt my back. I was just telling my friends, like, when I was younger, I was pretty much a badass in the way of, like, I could take 10 classes a day till my feet would bleed,
Mm-hmm.
Toe shoes, from ballet, from jazz, from everything, tap. And then, I got older, and I'm like, to drag my ass into a ballet class is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, because in my mind, I think I'm young, but then when my body will not act that way, I'm like, oh, crap. And then it just gets depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm young, ever again. Oh, God.
So I got...
So then I go home and eat, like, a half a pint of ice cream. No, I don't,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot more shapely. I'm not obese or overweight, but I'm a lot more shapely than when I was in my 20s. larger than they really are. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that already? Then you know I'm only showing that Besides, I am so bad with pain. They pretty much would start the tattoo and it'd be a dot, and I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I'll just take the mole. That's brown, like a black mole.
Yeah.
No more. No way. So,
I'm. What was that? No, I don't have any tattoos. No, I almost did before my accident. I wanted a tattoo of Bart Simpson mooning, and I wanted to put it on my stomach so my belly button could be his asshole.
Oh, well, that would be horrible. So I'm glad you didn't do that.
I can't do it now because I have a scar on my belly.
Yeah, but also, it sounds fun at the time when you're drunk.
Yeah.
And you get sober up, and a couple years go by, and Bart starts to look like Homer. And then you're like, oh yeah, Homer's butthole from my belly button. Yeah, not a good idea. I was thinking, maybe, people have their names tattooed on their butt, sometimes.
Yeah.
And I thought, if I wrote Jan on my butt, when I bent over, people would say, who the hell is Joan?
Mm-hmm. I know. Some people get their exes' names tattooed on them, and I don't get that because you're not going to be with that person forever.
Yeah, and then also, I knew this guy, or I saw this guy because I watched the tattoo shows. I find them fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
If I wasn't such a wimp, I probably would get one. But no, my pain tolerance is maybe a 2. And, when there's a pyramid of, pain thresholds, where kids can't take the pain at the bottom, but there are some people at the very top who could take almost surgery without any anesthesia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even on that chart. That's how much I hate pain. I'm like, well, baby, I'm like Karen Dale and I want to go on codeine. But anyway, what was I talking about?
We're talking about tattoos. I remember that.
Oh, well, whatever it was funny. So you guys missed out because it was funny.
I was curious, Jan, when's the last time you got laid?
Okay, I'm a gentleman, so I don't kiss and tell.
A gentleman, a gentle lady.
I'm a what do you call it?
A lady.
Woman.
A lady.
I'm a lady. I don't want to sound like a whore, so I don't tell anybody.
You're not going to sound like a whore.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, it was like yesterday, the day before, 2 days before that, last week. No, I'm kidding. But then again, it's a form of exercise.
It is. It is a form of exercise.
It is a form of exercise, and while you're doing it, you're not having ice cream or anything. Otherwise, that's rude, right?
Afterwards.
Well, no, but during, you don't eat for that, 5 minutes. And so, I'm kidding. Like to say, I don't know. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I told my friend this joke, and she's an improv comedian, and she actually made the punchline better. I said to her, "What's the definition of a finger bang?" And I said, "It's a pap smear that feels good." And she said, "Oh, I thought it was something that I thought it was more like cheese with that wine."
Oh, no, it's more like I'm checking how much oil you
Yeah.
have.
Oh God, I used to use that as an analogy like many years ago. That like fingering a girl is like checking for like a tune-up.
Yeah. Oh, you're a poor town. I better
Yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke Margaret Cho had. She's like trying to find her G spot, and she's like, "I know it's at the nearest Shell station."
Yeah, it's everyone's different, but I mean, I love making fun of it, as long as I don't give anything to them all out. But, I've heard, not me personally, because I'm pretty picky about the people I choose. And, like right now I'm in a relationship, so that's, kind of nice. But, kind of nice. It's nice. But, I've heard of people who, are like, okay, after I was done, I thought, something itchy is in my future. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're off my sex list forever. You are banned for life. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you have to call somebody and you go, hi, I need to tell you something. And you have to call everybody until you get to the main person that you probably got it from,
Yeah.
I mean, not that I've had anything, but it is that kind of, like, oh, this is getting awkward, And
Yeah.
so I'm pretty picky in it. Kind of what, and then again, like I said, I was raised pretty conservatively. Well, no, there's a difference between being sheltered and conservative. I was really sheltered.
I was too. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Were you the kind that you'd go like to college or you started mixing up in the more adult world and you go, I realize there's a lot I need to learn about other people.
Yes, indeed. I'll tell you. It's funny. I went to junior college for one semester, and it was right after my grandma died. My grandmother was a very conservative Italian Catholic who taught me that sex was bad when I was growing up, right? And after she died and I went to junior college, I started doing a lot of freaky experimental stuff, which I still do to this day. And I also found out that my grandmother cheated on my grandfather, so she was lying. And so I was definitely one of those people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Grandma, damn it, you passed this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is funny when you meet somebody who just, I'm not, I'm sounding like I'm being a snob, but I don't mean it. It's just their humor is not mine, right? You talk to them for like 20 minutes, which was pretty much 20 minutes too long to talk to somebody. And, and maybe, and I know I'm sounding like a snob again, and I don't think I'm the most beautiful woman in the world, because I know some beautiful people. But this person was not totally unfortunate looking, but
Yeah.
Beautiful. And they're not like the smartest person, and the family line aren't the smartest people or the most, clever or interesting people.
Right.
And they're always like, I can't wait to have children. And I think, wait a second. Why do you want your gene pool to keep going? Because if you ask me, I might adopt. You're getting worse, and you look 50 when you're 30. You might, want to start, looking around, so maybe there might be, a kid out there that needs a home that actually genetically works.
Mm-hmm.
Smart and loving, and, yeah, I'm kind of forced that way. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly, I don't sound it in this phone call,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm incredibly loving and tolerant. I'm really, and I accept everybody for who they are,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has something interesting or special to give, or to help their fellow man, and so to speak, in some way,
Mm-hmm.
And then there are people that, oh no, you should not have had children. These children are like unruly, they rule their parents, they scream all the time, they're not nice kids, they always have like crap all over their face, half of it coming out their nose, and you think, yeah, this child's defective, can you return him?
Well, Jan, I have a very funny joke to tell you.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Cinderella is about to go to the ball, and she's on her period. And the fairy godmother gives her these magic tampons and says, okay, you can go to the ball, but you have to be home by midnight or else they'll turn into a pumpkin. Cinderella says, okay, fairy godmother, I will. So 12:30 rolls around. Fairy godmother is pacing around the house because Cinderella hasn't shown up. But then Cinderella does show up at 4 a.m. and she's stumbling drunk. And so fairy godmother says, where were you? You were supposed to be home at midnight. And Cinderella's like, I'm so sorry, fairy godmother. I met this great guy and we danced all night. His name was Peter Peter.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, I have a joke for you.
Okay, go ahead.
It's probably the dirtiest joke I know.
Okay.
Okay, the mom turns to his daughter. Mommy. I have to change my voice because, I'm an actress.
Yeah.
Mommy, I know how Mommy has a baby. And then the mom goes, sure, honey. She goes, Daddy sticks his penis in the mommy's vagina and you have a baby. And the mom's like, oh, honey, that's so good of you. I'm really proud of you. And then the daughter goes, I know how else you have a baby. And the mom goes, oh, how? And she goes, the daddy sticks his penis in the mommy's mouth and you have a baby. And the mom goes, oh, no, honey, that's how you get jewelry.
That's good. I like that. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
Oh, God.
Pretty much the dirtiest joke in it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell that one at dinner parties, and you got to tell mine at dinner parties.
Okay, I will. I have to listen to the podcast to really get it down because I'm one of those pretty bad at joke telling people where I'm like, okay, this guy and this girl ended up smoking pot. Oh, shoot, that's the punchline. Wait a minute. You know, like that kind of thing where I get it all mixed up and then people are like, yeah, I gave up about, a minute ago and said, this guy's this girl. Because I just, wait. Okay, erase that like I never said it, and let me start the joke over. And I still messed it up. So. That's when I got down. If I were ever a stand-up comedian, that's one of my jokes.
Yeah. Well, Jan, I hope those movies become successful, and I love having you on here. You're so much fun.
Oh, thank you. I hope I wasn't too nasty or edgy today.
You were edgy, but I like edgy because it's really entertaining.
Well, I hope whoever is listening to this and thinking, oh, she looks so wholesome. I really am. Today I was in a different mood after wanting to slap this girl to,
Yeah.
to the back of the car from the driver's seat to the trunk, I was going to hit her so hard. But, so I'm a little feisty.
Mm-hmm.
But, the next time we'll call, I'll be able to release the names in the movies because they'll be a little more ready to come out. And hopefully, people will see it. And, I'm pretty proud. Even though I'm older, I kind of look like the same, which I think is being Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see a 25-year-old Chinese girl, she pretty much looks 12. Have you ever seen those girls in the Olympics?
Yeah.
24. Oh my God, no, she's 12. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And my mom is like crazy young looking. I mean, you would never know she's how old she is. But, so next time we call, I'll be a little more, have a little more class, a little more elegant, and be like, your normal kind of actress with this elegance instead of this raunchy.
I love it when you're raunchy. I do.
But, I don't want to come across as, ooh, that girl's weird.
All right, Jan.
Yeah, next time. Oh, you got the picture?
Yes, I sure do. It's a beautiful picture.
Oh, well, thank you. But, sometimes lighting and makeup makes a big difference. And sometimes not, but,
Oh, I gotta tell you something really quickly. I was on YouTube, right, and I saw the preview of when A Chorus Line first premiered on HBO. It premiered Sunday, January 4th, 1987.
No way. A preview. What was a preview like?
It was just like your standard, minute-long, HBO spot from the 80s. It was cool.
Yeah, I didn't pay enough, so I'm not in a lot of previews or what they call it, trailers.
Trailers, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times in the back because I didn't pay enough either. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I hate it when I'm in movies like A View to a Kill, and my whole part was cut out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, crap. Or, like some of these other movies, and I'm like, like I was on Cheers one time as a had 2 lines, and I like filmed like quite a big of a section, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get my mojo back. It's doing good now. It's just hard to be from the young ingenue to the mom or the older age, the older agent from China. But I'm happy.
Okay, Jan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tommy. You have a great day. Enjoy your podcast, and I hope people don't turn me off after the first 3 minutes and go, oh, this girl is not worth listening to.
Don't be so down on yourself, okay?
Well, no, I do, but I'm just telling you that.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
You're welcome, hun.
Okay.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Jan Gan Boyd. Ain't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Jan. You really are a sweetheart, and I'm glad we got to talk again. And even though you still couldn't reveal too much about your new movies, still, at least we got to talk. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.